www.noblegoldinvestment.com. That's www.noblegoldinvestment.com. Noble Gold Investments is pleased to let you know that gold was the best investment class for 2022. Real estate, crypto, stocks, and bonds. Gold outperformed them all in 2022. Matter of fact, Noble Gold Investments helped thousands of clients buy real physical gold. And according to longtermtrends.net, gold outperformed the S&P 500, the Dow Jones, and even Bitcoin in 2022. Had you invested in the S&P 500 a year ago, you'd be crying because you'd have lost 20% of your investment. If you'd invested in Bitcoin a year ago, you'd have lost 65%. And if you have put all your 401k or your savings, if you've invested in the Dow Jones in the stock market, you'd have lost 10%. But gold has outperformed them all in 2022, and silver wasn't that far behind. So what are we waiting for here? We need to join the thousands of others by opening a gold IRA or silver IRA with noblegoldinvestment.com. Invest with Noble Gold Investments before the end of the month, and you will bag a free 1/4 of an ounce American Gold Eagle coin. That's 1/4 of an ounce American Gold Eagle coin with every qualified IRA, gold IRA of $50,000 or more. Just pick up the phone and call Colin Plume or one of his associates at 877-646-5347. And you can ask for a no-pressure consultation, only conversation. That's 877-646-5347. I promise you something. You will be glad that you did. I tell you, those guys are really professionals and they care.
A mysterious heartbeat-like radio signals have been discovered inside a solar flare from our sun. Astronomers are examining yet another strange signal coming from space. This time, researchers say the radio signals have a strange, quote, heartbeat-like pattern coming from a source inside the sun's atmosphere. Now, scientists detected the signals within a C-class solar flare over 5,000 kilometers above the sun's surface. Detecting and studying these solar signals could help astronomers understand the physical properties that drive solar flares, which are the solar system's most powerful explosions, to release giant bursts of energy. Quote, the discovery is unexpected, says CGU, who is an astronomer at the New Jersey Institute of Technology's Center for Solar Terrestrial Research in a university release. Quote, this beating pattern is important for understanding how energy is released and dissipated in the sun's atmosphere during these incredibly powerful explosions on the sun. However, the origin of these repetitive patterns, which are also called quasi-periodic pulsations, has long been a mystery and a source of debate among solar physicists. Solar radio bursts are a strong release of radio waves from the sun. Astronomers commonly associate them with solar flares. When released, they emit signals with repeating patterns. Researchers found the pattern signals while studying microwave observations of a solar flare event that happened on July 13, 2017, using the expanded Owens Valley Solar Array telescope. That telescope looks at the sun in a microwave frequency of over 1 to 18 gigahertz. It is sensitive to radio radiation that is released from high-energy electrons in the sun's atmosphere. High-energy electrons are especially energized when there is a solar flare event. Gazing at the solar flare, the team noticed radio bursts with a signal pattern repeating every 10 to 20 seconds. The pattern was, quote, like a heartbeat, says Yun-Kun Ko, a PhD student at Nanjing University in China and the lead author of the study. Wall Street investors are snatching up single-family homes and taking over the rental market. An ongoing shortage of housing will make it easier for banks and other Wall Street investors to take control of the market for single-family rental homes. National Association of Realtors chief economist Lawrence Yun told the Daily Caller News Foundation. Institutional investors, such as banks and other large investors, are on track to own 40% of single-family rentals in the United States by 2030, MetLife Investment Management predicted, according to CNBC. An ongoing shortage of single-family homes in the United States would normally limit growth potential for Wall Street firms looking to buy single-family rentals, but it is also making it easier for them to tighten their grip on the market, Yun told the Daily Caller News Foundation. Quote, "We need to build more homes," Yun said. "Otherwise, institutional investors with deep pockets can corner the single-family rentals market." Through late August, institutional investors owned roughly 700,000 single-family rentals, roughly 5% of the 14 million such units in the United States. This is according to a commercial property firm, CoStar, citing MetLife. The industry was kickstarted in 2012 when the United States government began a program allowing big banks to purchase hundreds of thousands of foreclosed homes from Fannie Mae, according to The Atlantic. The United States CIA chief is saying that China has some doubt regarding its ability to invade Taiwan. United States intelligence shows that China's President Xi Jinping has instructed his country's military to, quote, be ready by 2027 to invade Taiwan, though he may be currently harboring doubts about his ability to do so given Russia's experience with its war in Ukraine. This is from CIA Director William Burns. Burns, during a television interview that aired on Sunday, stressed that the United States must take, quote, very seriously Xi's desire to ultimately control Taiwan, even if military conflict is inevitable. Quote, "We do know, as has been made public, that President Xi has instructed the PLA, the Chinese military leadership, to be ready by 2027 to invade Taiwan. But that doesn't mean that he's decided to invade in 2027 or any other year as well," Burns told CBS's Face the Nation. Quote, "I think our judgment, at least, is that President Xi and his military leadership have doubts today about whether they could accomplish that invasion," he said. Taiwan and China split in 1949 after a civil war that ended with the Communist Party in control of the mainland. The self-governing island acts like a sovereign nation, yet it is still not recognized by the United Nations or any major country. Although in 1979, U.S. President Jimmy Carter formally recognized the government in Beijing and cut nation-to-nation ties with Taiwan. In response, Congress passed the Taiwan Relations Act, creating a benchmark for a continuing relationship.